In this video, we're going to be looking at local SEO strategies and how to do local SEO in order to get your business found in local searches. Hi everyone, my name's Itamar Blauer. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to never miss out on future uploads. Before we get started, leave a comment below with what you think is the most important local SEO strategy to implement. I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. So what exactly is local SEO? I define it as optimizing a business to organically appear for localized searches. Local SEO is really important when it comes to people actually searching for local businesses, and apparently 46% of searches have a localized intent, and that's according to a Google representative in 2018. Now, where exactly can a local business be found? You've got the likes of Google Maps, Bing Maps, and Apple Maps. But first, let's look into actually what the ranking factors are for local SEO. So what do search engines actually care for when it comes to them displaying a local business? They look for three things, which are proximity, relevance, and prominence. So proximity is all about how close the business is to the searcher, and this is obviously going to be geographical. So if you're searching for a hairdresser near me, you'll most likely find hairdressers that are actually near you. Relevance is all about how relevant is this business based on the query and the search that you put in. And finally, prominence is all about the reputation of the business. Does it have a good rep? So does it have good reviews? Are people talking positively about it on the web? So considering that Google pretty much dominates the web, we can talk more specifically about Google My Business, which is the platform that you need to list your business on in order to get it found in Google Maps and also on the SERPs in local packs and other types of rich results. And with a Google My Business profile, once you've verified it, there's so much you can do to optimize it and make it look a lot more attractive to potential customers. So I'm going to put a screenshot here so you can see the difference between an unoptimized Google My Business profile and one that is optimized, which has some photos, it's got reviews, it's got the category there, it's got some questions and answers, things of that nature that make it look more real and more attractive to a potential customer. And on the topic of reviews actually, how do you get reviews for your Google My Business profile? So I'm going to share with you some tips that I use to help my clients get more reviews for their Google My Business profiles. The first thing you want to do is create a template, and creating a template, it can be very simple. It can be something that acts as a placeholder where you pretty much send a paragraph or two to a client and you give them a link directly to your review page on Google My Business, and you can say to them, hey, you can take this, copy and paste it, and maybe change a few of the words if you'd like to make it more tailored to your experience. So creating templates just makes it a lot easier for customers to be able to leave reviews, and it just leaves out all the hassle because some people aren't tech savvy, and that's why it's quite important to utilize templates to make their lives easier. It's also important to be providing value when you're asking for reviews and also asking at the right time. So ideally you want to ask a customer when they're at their happiest to leave a review. So that's always the best time to do so. It can be in store, it can be online, it can be over the telephone. Just making sure that you can tell that this customer is happy enough where they'll be happy to oblige and give you a review. And the final thing we're going to be talking about in this video is about citations. So what exactly are they and how do you get citations for your local business? So citations pretty much send out consistent and accurate descriptions of your business all across the web to help the search engines better understand that your business is reputable and consistent and that you actually provide the service that you are describing. This is often done in directories, and it allows both search engines and customers to know exactly when, how, and where to find your business. And there's a thing that comes up a lot with citations, which is NAP, so your name, address, and phone number. That has to remain consistent throughout, because that way search engines will see a consistency in terms of where your business is actually located, which will then help it appear for localized searches. So I'm going to show you a screenshot now to show the difference between good NAP consistency and some NAP citations that are not consistent, and that is obviously a big problem when it comes to local SEO. One important thing to note is that you don't keep everything consistent. The only things that you keep consistent is the name, address, postcode, and phone number. The one thing that you want to change is the business description, because oftentimes when you're building citations, you'll have options to add a business description, and this is where you want to be unique every single time, because if you keep the business descriptions the same, Google and other search engines might not index all of the different citations that you've got because they'll think it's pretty much the same content. Now, if you want a full step-by-step tutorial of how I build citations with niche directories, click the link at the top right corner of your screen to see exactly how to do that. So I hope you enjoyed this video about some local SEO strategies and how to do local SEO to help your business appear for local searches. I've been Itamar Blauer. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like rating below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, you've reached the end of this video, but don't worry, there's plenty more great content that you can watch right now. All you have to do is click one of the 2 video links on the left side of the screen. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to never miss out on future uploads.